them as involved as they can and really make them relate to what they're trying to portray. But Simon McBurney actually had these ideas from a different place to his co-founders. His mother encouraged him to join a theatre group when he was younger, which based his interest in theatre from an early age. But his father, this is really interesting, but his father was an archaeologist, and McBurney is quoted as calling it concern with origins. He picked this up and used it in his theatre. So, say the cultural aspect or the historical aspect, he's always pushing deeper and trying to find more things that he can present in his work that he can portray in human actions and human portrayal. All of the four founders of Complicite went straight from the Le Croc School of Mime and were really keen to get straight into work rather than studying more. They really wanted to get out there, get into theatre and produce. And they were very interested in the same art and the same trade, like physical theatre. McBurney wants to use the full extent of everyone's imagination. This is why he's more of sort of a coach rather than a director, because he uses the actors and he uses their potential, and because so many people thinking together can obviously produce more ideas. And he explores things that he doesn't quite understand himself. So if it's sort of like the mind processes or general human behaviour, he will always try and work deeper into it and use his actors to find out how all of these things work, and explores it through movement and thought in all of his shows. And this is why they're so kind of powerful and so like that you understand, but they're also very like interesting to the human eye. But obviously he's a producer, director, so he is ultimately working for the entertainment and amusement of the audience. But the pieces are made in really, really interesting ways, using really interesting techniques, especially using experimentation and play.
So Simon McBurney uses experimentation, play, devising, and over these kind of areas and devices of creating work, does this over a long, long period of time. We're talking about a decade for one particular piece, The Elephant Vanishes. In doing so, why he does this, he wants to break the rules of theatre. He wants to create something entirely unique, something we don't see in British theatre nowadays. So, along those lines, we're going to start doing some exercises. Okay, yeah, I can see some joy already. I want to pick you out. I'm not going to let you volunteer. So I'm going to have Harry, Bo, and Alex, please. Okay. I'm going to give you some sheets and I'm going to get you to read them. I'm going to designate each person to read the text that I've put on this in a certain way. So for Anna, you're going to read it as if you're an old man. For Alana, you're going to read it playing around with rhythm and intensity. Okay, try that. Bo, you're going to read it like a news reader. Okay. Harry, you're going to read it as if you're scared. Some of the horror movies. Yeah, try messing around with that. You're going to do it with commanding time. Okay, start with that.
Midway upon the journey of our life, I found myself within a forest dark, for the straightforward path had been lost. Ah, me! How hard a thing it is to say what was this forest, savage, rough, and stern, which in the very thought renews fear. So bitter is it, death is little more, but of the good to treat, which there I found, speak, will I of other things I saw there.
Is it speed and intensity?
Yes.
Midway upon the journey of our life,
A bit louder.
I found myself within a forest, dark, for the straightforward pathway had been lost. Ah, me, how hard a thing it is to say what was this forest, savage, rough and stern, which in the bitter thought renews fear. So bitter it is. Death is a little more, but of the good to treat, which there I found. Speak well of other things I saw there.
Okay, a newsreader. Midway upon the journey of our life, I found myself within a forest dark, for the straightforward pathway had been lost. Ah me, how hard a thing it is to say what this forest savage, rough and stern, which his very thoughts renews fear. So bitter is it, death is little more, but of the good to treat, which there I found. Speak will I other things I saw there.
Okay.
And I am scared.
Yes. That's good.
Midway upon the journey of our life, I found myself within a forest dark, for the straightforward pathway had been lost. Ah me! How hard a thing it is to say what the forest, savage, rough and stern, in which very thought renews fear. So bitter is it, death is little more, but of the good to treat, which there I found. Speak will I of things I saw there.
Midway upon the journey of my life, I found myself within a dark forest, for the straightforward pathway had been lost. Ah me! How hard a thing it is to say what it was, this forest, savage, rough and stern, which in the very thought renews fear. So bitter is it, death is little more, but of the good to treat, which there I found, speak will I of the things I saw.
Okay, so you've heard the pieces. Now we're going to do a little bit more collaborative work. So I want you to decide which one of these is better to be hearing the text. How is it best heard? So just vote when I point. So for Anna, being the old man. No one? Okay, so we've got Alana? Yeah, no one? Bo? I think I can see where this is going. Harry? Okay, we've got one. And Alex. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're going to try working with the piece, try and create something, devise it, using Alex's way of saying it. Alright? So I want you guys to first create an image of the text. So if you want to, I'll put these in. Alex, you will, but because you're going to do the writing. And create an image using Alex's voice, him speaking the words. Try and create an image around him. Something like that.
Shall I read it again?
Yes, read it again. Same time.
Midway upon the journey of our life, I found myself within a dark forest, for the straightforward pathway had been lost. Ah me! How hard a thing it is to say what was this forest, savage, rough and stern, which in the very thought renews fear. So bitter is it, death is little more. But of the good to treat which I found, speak will I of the things that I saw.
Okay, so we're going to add some more layers into it. Now try and create action to the piece. Make it move. Try and move it around. Okay?
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to yourself move around, try and play with the words as well as moving. And you guys create images and action around that. Okay?
So they follow me, right?
They can follow you, they can move around the stage however they like.
Midway upon the journey of our life, I found myself within a dark forest, for the straightforward pathway had been lost. Ah me! How hard a thing it is to say what was this forest, savage, rough and stern, which in the very thought renews fear. So bitter is it, death is little more. But of the good to treat, which there I found, speak will I of other things I saw there.
Okay, so I'm going to define a little bit of this part of the exercise. Where would you guys think it would be best to hear the text from within the space? So choose a space where it can be heard from.
So maybe behind the curtain, under the stage,
I
in the
think
mid-centre
far
of the
away,
stage.
because if it's like a commanding voice, it just comes out of nowhere like booming, like
Echo around everyone.
So like somewhere like far away, so then you can hear the boom.
Or to hear the boom in that kind of case, maybe behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll try that with you guys. This time you're going to create an image. Actually, with this one, I want more of you up. Okay? So anybody else wants to volunteer now? Before I start picking you. Okay, we've got one. Going to need a few more.
Oh God, I got
Anybody else? I will start picking. Thank you, Emily. Shirley? Yeah, no, thought so. You wanted to know that.
Yeah, left, right, left.
Okay, come on, George.
Okay.
You've been volunteered by your colleague. No. Alright, fine. You guys are going to create this space again. How you hear the words. You create it yourselves. Play around. Make something. Okay? Really big booming voice, Alex.
Midway upon